Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of Source to Smoke. Tonight, we are grilling up some Elk Rumaki on our Oklahoma Joe's Rambler tabletop grill. These are bite-sized and so addictive. They are perfect to serve at your next game day. So without further ado, let's jump right in. First thing you want to do is defrost your wild game meat and cut it up into little cubes. Now it's time to work on our marinade. This is Asian-inspired flavors. So first thing we're going to add is 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Oh my God, that makes me want sushi. Into the bowl. Next, 2 tablespoons of mirin. I'm gonna eyeball this one. Next, 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger grated. I have a garden here in Florida, and you can grow ginger really easily here. The reason why we want to grate it instead of just doing slices, grating will create more surface area, which will get more flavor into the marinade. So, you know, it's a little cumbersome to get fresh ginger and do this, but it really will make your flavors sing. Next, garlic. Fresh garlic is ideal. If you have the pre-minced stuff, that's totally fine too, like don't sweat it. But if you're going extra special, you're being extra fancy about it, go fresh. A tablespoon of some light brown sugar. That you can kind of measure with your heart. And last, but certainly not least, some sesame seed oil. Sesame seeds are going to pop up in another area of this recipe. I love this flavor. If you don't like the flavor of sesame seeds or sesame, just omit this. And this recipe will still be fire for you, but this is like extra good. It's okay, 1/2 teaspoon, not a lot. A little bit of this goes a long way. We wanna mix this up really good and then add our venison cubes into the marinade, cover it up, put it in the fridge, let it go for about 2 to 4 hours, and then I'll see you back here. On to the bacon. We are going to season this up. Do not skip this step. You need to season the bacon in order to make it delicious and incredible. So first thing I'm going to do is crack some freshly ground black pepper, probably about a teaspoon in total. The way I like to do this is take all my bacon strips, put them on a little tray like this, add all of the seasonings on top, and then I'll go in with my hands and really mix everything to make sure that each strip is well coated. Then we'll go in with some red pepper flakes. This is going to add some delicious heat to this dish. Not a ton, probably about 1/2 teaspoon, a teaspoon, somewhere in there. Then we'll go in with our sesame seeds. Now I have both your standard sesame seeds and black sesame seeds. You could choose one or the other if you like. I find that both will give this a cooler appearance, really. It's just for the aesthetic of it. So we'll do about a teaspoon total, but I'll do, 1/2 teaspoon each. And last, but most certainly not least, some brown sugar. I'll do close to 1/4 cup of brown sugar. This sugar will burn at high temperatures. So when you are grilling this rumaki, you have to pay attention to the temperature. We will talk all about that once we get out to the grill, but I'm warning you now. You have to watch these guys close or that sugar will want to burn. It's time to assemble our rumaki. Everything looks and smells so good already. I rinsed our elk marinade. You must rinse the marinade off. It will be way too salty if you do not. So rinse the marinade. It's cool if you have garlic or ginger that hangs around. That's actually fantastic for some additional flavor, but you want to rinse it and then pat it dry with some paper towels. You also want to drain and rinse some water chestnuts. and soak your toothpicks or kebabs, if you're using wooden kebabs, for at least 30 minutes before you assemble. So start by taking a piece of bacon, laying it out nice and flat, and then take a piece of elk. It's so beautiful. Take one of your water chestnuts, put it right on top, just like that. Then we are going to roll. So as you roll, you want to kind of pull that bacon to keep it taut, okay? And then you'll just cut off the excess. So you want to roll it in the bacon enough that it goes around like 1.5 times is my preferred amount. Then I'll take a toothpick, stick that right through the middle of it. This will help it all stay together on the grill, and then set that aside, rinse and repeat. It is time to fire up the grill. So tonight I'm cooking on the Oklahoma Joe's Rambler tabletop grill. I love this little thing. I'm gonna use some charcoal briquettes tonight. So I have my little charcoal chimney. I'll throw the briquettes in there, add some fire starters underneath, get those lit, and then it will only take 15 minutes or so until those charcoal briquettes are white hot. You'll see the smoke go from this very thick, opaque color when you first light the charcoal, and it will become this very thin, almost transparent smoke by the time that you are ready to throw the charcoal in the grill. Grill is preheated. It is time to throw the rumaki on. It is wild how good the grill and the raw rumaki already smells. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this. I'll probably just do this with my fingers, and then I have a pair of tongs here once things get hot. So good. When you get that sizzle right away, know the grill's hot enough. Couple flare-ups from the bacon drippings, but not too bad. We're getting some good color already, which is awesome. Oh yeah, really good stuff. The rumaki is ready to eat. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. They ended up cooking for about 3 minutes aside, and then I really just kept a close eye on them. It's sort of a juggling act. You have to flip them before they start to burn, but allow them to sear long enough that they get some really beautiful grill marks and color and caramelization. And then once you can see that sear happening on all sides, you can move it to the indirect heat side and let it cook a little bit longer there, just a few minutes. And I must say, the Rambler did it. I can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna cut it in half just so we can see a little cross section. Oh yes, oh my gosh, dude. Look at that. We have the gorgeous char on the bacon, and you can see that little water chestnut floating around in there. Cheers. Oh my God. The immediate smoke flavor and bacon is just, that's so good. It was way too big of a bite, but holy cow. The first thing that hit me was the smoky flavor from the grill and just the delicious flavor of bacon on the grill. Like, that is irresistible. Then I'm hit with all of those Asian flavors. Like, that marinade really comes through in like the perfect strength. It's not overdone. It's just this like beautiful flutter of Asian flavor. You do get that like fresh crunch from the water chestnut. And the elk is just, again, fabulous. This kind of came apart on my second bite, but oh my, the elk is just tender, beautiful. I'm going in for more, diving right in for more. Oh, this one's even better. Look at that. Oh, why would you quit? I'm sorry. Don't let her fool you. She eats well around here. I'd give ourselves a big old hat on the back for this one. This is awesome. Serve this up at your next game day. Make it the next time you're having a party. This is the perfect little appetizer type of food. And it's wild game. That is the coolest part about all of this. This is such a full circle thing. We hunted for this meat, we prepare this meat, we cook this meat, and we get to eat delicious, wonderful things like this. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I hope you enjoyed this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one.